Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fuller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Back open in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Yeah, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And this dude knows how to get after quarterbacks. Last week he had 3 sacks. He gets his first today. I'll tell you what, you better know where he is before the ball snapped every single play.
On second down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to fire deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
After that last completion, it's second down. They want to just keep throwing it. Got the quick pass. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could single team him, double team him up front. He was playing D-tackle, and offenses just didn't have an answer for him. This guy right here, there's times where he flashes a little bit of that Nick Fairley ability.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're bringing heat, coming after it. And down he goes back at the 3. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Can they catch him? He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart.
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. after the incompletion. They go back up top. Getting some heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires it down the seam. And he makes the catch inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door first and goal.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Brings up second and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
It's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. North Texas handled its business away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Auburn 17, North Carolina 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On third down, going up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. A little trickeration, looking to throw. And it's caught. Can he get it to the sticks? And they caught them with their drawers down as the throw and catch picked up the first down on the fake.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it to the up back, completing the pass.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking striking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He makes the connection. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He wants to throw. This is a 3rd and long. Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first half performance. From inside the 40 and the 37, it's 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Defense not showing press coverage. Oh, he wants it all. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Tigers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On second down, they'll take to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen it. And they'll fake it again. And the pass is incomplete. They thought they had the fake all dialed up, and it did not work. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's caught inside the 15. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the new kind. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Fair catch called for and made. One more snap coming before halftime. The DBs will back off a bit. Wants to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Fires it into traffic and it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the Auburn.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Using the quick game. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, the offense tries to pick up that first by running it on 3rd down. No can do, and that's really been the theme all game long. This defense has just been better at the point of attack, shutting down this run game.
The Tar Heels will punt this one away. I wouldn't call this punt formation, but these guys don't always punt it. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
The give on the inside. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Black 24. Black 24. Moves.
From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement out front, but that time Guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Lining up for the PAT.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The inside handoff. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for space, it's Thomas. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete on the right side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with him, try to get his offense some positive yards.
This offense set up with a 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Got his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running a drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try the run. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play, balls at the 25.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now from inside the red zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Auburn.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Auburn 48, North Carolina 0.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On second down, just keeps firing. He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots and see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see if something good can happen.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passionate, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they get him down. Now on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an